Mark Masters, TSN. Go ahead, Mark.
Zach, what can your line do to translate some of that hard work and the chances you're getting into goals in Game 7?
Yeah, I think we just have to stick with it. I think that's extremely important. And then just get more pucks into the dirty areas. I think the goals that we scored have been off rebounds or just scrambles in front, and we've got to continue to do that, and then capitalize on our scoring chances that we're getting off the rush. I think that we've gotten a ton off that too, and just have to bear down.
We know Auston and Mitch put a lot of pressure on themselves to produce. What's your sense of how they're dealing with everything?
Yeah, I think everything gets hyper-focused in the playoffs, obviously, and those guys are guys who want to score every night, and I think that we have to continue to do the right things and stick with the process, and we're going to break through here. So I know those guys put a lot of pressure on themselves, and it's going to be a big night for them.
Next up, we'll go to Steve Simmons, Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Steve.
Zach, hi. I can understand the beginning of Game 5 where they throw everything at you and you guys have a hard time responding. But when it happens almost exactly the same way one game later, how is it that you guys aren't ready to start either of the last two games?
Yeah, no, I think, it's unexcusable, obviously. I think it's something that we've discussed as a team, and, we put ourselves in a good position being up 3-1, and now we have to take advantage of it in Game 7. So, that's on us, and we'll be ready to go for Game 7. We can't change anything in Game 5 or 6. It's something that we have to grow from and learn from, and be ready for Game 7. I think that the guys are ready, and it's a huge opportunity. It's an exciting time for us, and I think everybody knows that. And Montreal, Toronto, Game 7, we'll be ready.
Next up, we'll go to Mark Zielinski, Toronto Star. Go ahead, Mark.
Hi, Zach. Any message from the leadership group today, when you were coming to the dressing room or anything like that, any mood type of thing that you guys might have wanted to get across?
Yeah, just, I think that it's hard. Playoffs are hard. The other team doesn't give up. They push back. And I think that for us, it's just refocusing and just looking at the opportunity ahead and being excited about it. Obviously Game 5 and 6 didn't go our way, but what an opportunity we have on home ice against one of our biggest rivals to do something that we haven't done in a while. So I think that kind of mindset of just being excited and being ready to go, I think is something that I think we've talked about, and I think everybody should feel extremely excited about what's to come for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll go to Terry Cochin, Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Terry.
Hey, Zach. Good afternoon. Thanks for your time today. Having said that, I know we're concentrating the starts of it here, but the finish is obviously twice in overtime. How do you guys keep that discouragement at bay or forget about it now in the next 24 hours or so?
No, I think it's really encouraging for our team that even though we've started poorly the past two games, our ability to come back in games and not give up. I think that it could have been easy for us to kind of pack it in and say, oh, we have another game to get after it. We have another game to get after it. But the fact that we've battled back in both those games, sent them to overtime, and I thought last night we outplayed them in overtime and they just get a bounce. But I think that, for us, that's encouraging that our team doesn't give up. We battle and we fight. And if we do that from the start, we will put ourselves in a great position. So I think that's where our heads are at and why we're excited and encouraged and ready to go for tomorrow.
Thanks, Zach.
And the last one here, we'll go to Richard Labbé with La Presse. Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah, how you talked about Mitch and Auston, and from your viewpoint, are they as a team doing anything differently in order to contain these two guys? And as a team, do you think that other guys need to step up for Game 7?
So the question was, do I think the Montreal players are doing anything differently to contain them?
Right.
No, I think that obviously I'm sure there's a great emphasis from their team on any time that Mitch and Auston are on the ice to make sure that you're extra focused. I think in the playoffs, you key in on guys who make a big difference. I think those two guys are difference makers for us. So there's definitely, I'm sure, a great emphasis on their side to do everything they can to prevent that. And then, on our end, just continue to stick with the process, and continue to work and generate chances, and those chances are gonna fall in. And I think that we have an extremely deep team, and we can get offense from all four lines. So just continue to roll the lines over and get to work.
Thanks, Zach.